Good morning. I'm going to give you an overview of my classroom so that you will be able to navigate through the different things so that you can see when you have assignments and where those assignments are located and be able to do this successfully. Okay. Um, you first open up a Google page, and for me, I noticed by this picture that this is not the account that I want to have open, so I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to switch to my other account. So if you have more than one Google account, you will want to make sure that you look at the one connected to your school. Okay, then you come through here and you go scroll down until you find Classroom. Okay, little chalkboard image. Okay. Depending on the number of classes you have that are using Google Classroom, this could be populated with a lot of other classes, but for us right now, we just have our geometry and my two students. So anyway, we click on the title and it opens up. Okay, you can see here this is the class code that I shared with you so that you could access this. Okay, um, over here in these three bars, you click on that. You can see that there's a calendar. Okay, so if you're curious of what it is that you have to do, this particular week I don't have anything because we don't actually use Google Classroom, but I did put some in here populated a few weeks back, and so you'd be able to see what's going on. Okay, so if we were actually using this for a class, you would be able to go to your calendar and be able to see what assignments you had to do. Okay, so we'll go back to the main page, and also here on the left side, you would have upcoming. Okay, so again, it doesn't say that anything's due, but you would see things that would be due coming up soon, or you could view all. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down because this is on the stream, and this will show all of the entries that are made. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here, and at the beginning of each unit, I'm going to go ahead and be loading in notes that are scanned in that I have completed. That way, if you happen to be absent for a class, then you can click on these and the PDF just pops right up, and anything that we have talked about you can access. Okay, not quite as good as being in the classroom, but it is at least sufficient for you to have examples worked out. Okay. It says review the scan notes and then complete the Unit 8 review in your notebook. Okay, so the review is something that you're going to want to put in your notebook because that way then when it gets down to the end of the semester, you have all of those in order to prepare for your final. Okay, so when you pull it up, it's shown like this. So in your notebook, you just want to make sure that you put your title here and then number it so that you and go ahead and put a date on it. That keeps it where you can reference what day you did certain things. And you don't have to draw the pictures, okay, except for down here where you're doing the story problems. Okay, so that's how you can go through and access that. I also have put a link on here for Desmos because you may not have your calculator with you. You may be sitting at a track meet and have time, and so you can pop open your laptop and then the calculator here is available. Okay, so you click on it and it says start graphing, and you may go in and type in things that you need. So you can go through and do that. Okay, go back here. There may be periodically questions in here, and there may be ones that I ask, but you can also then respond, and then you can also ask questions. Just recognize that everybody in the class can ask questions on here, so before you ask a question, reference some of these as you go along and see whether or not your answer is already been provided. Okay, but they are dated, so you can see what is most current. Okay, and here's an assignment that you would have. So you'd click on it. Okay, this is the past due, so we can click over here on instructions, and you can pull up the assignment. Again, it's a PDF. And if you have questions, you can go through and ask, okay? So instead of emailing me and asking me a question, you can type it in here, and then everybody gets to see, so I don't get 3 and 4 and 5 emails all asking the same question, okay? The student work will show me who has completed it, who it has missing, and things like that. Also will show a score if I choose to do this. I probably wouldn't. I would probably just go through and put the score in Skyward. We don't need to have scores in multiple places, okay? Sometimes I'll ask a question that I do want you to specifically answer, okay? So go through and look at those, okay? And if we actually had Google Classroom, I would be able to put in a link to your online textbook here, and so you would be able to access that through here, okay? There's opportunities for quizzes through here. There's some other things that I can apply on here for you to do, okay? The classwork, if you see, that's broken down by unit, so if you know specifically what unit you're going to, then you'd be able to access that easier. If you missed something from a previous unit, you would be able to go through, and you wouldn't have to go through and scroll all the way down, okay? And then as far as people, you can see who's in here, and actions you can go through. As far as I know, I haven't actually emailed our professor, but it does give you an option. So if I click on him and I do action, it says email, so I assume I can email through here. That is good. Sorry, my phone was going off. Okay. Okay, sorry, it went off again. But that's pretty much in a nutshell. So hopefully this has been helpful. And again, you can ask questions if you have any. Okay, thanks.